Welcome everyone. This is the MPCA Dream Team number 23. Welcome everyone from wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, evening, afternoon, burning the midnight candle. Thanks everyone for tuning in today. Appreciate it. So guys, you know, we basically just roll with these. You know, we don't really have any sort of preset kind of structure. We have something that we want to sort of talk about. So if you have any questions, just leave it on YouTube and we can address those questions. And because, you know, we want to know what you guys are thinking of, right? Because we want to, that's why we do these webinars, to help and inspire you guys. And then if you have any, you know, questions, we can answer those questions and serve the community, regardless of whether you're in our downline or not. You know, so or whether you're still thinking about joining MPCA, you need to join someone immediately. Get to the back to the person that showed you this webinar. So guys, let's roll with it. We've got a star-studded lineup today. We've got some people on. We've got a new guy on today, and we've also got some new people on that haven't been on for a long time. So enough of me talking. Let's just get straight into it. So I might start with the first guy off the block, Bursha from Adelaide, sunny Adelaide, the city of churches in Adelaide, Australia. Bursha, if for those that don't know who you are, if you could just maybe a little bit about yourself and your journey so far in internet or MPCA.
G'day guys. G'day to everybody from Australia, from Adelaide. And it's been raining here today, not sunshine, but it's still good, as Gavin says. With the MPCA right now, I'm with the 358 ad packs. It's a 76, day 76. So I had a 6 referral, and which is I'm getting pretty much, they're buying it internally and externally. So, which is great. Like, you know, and I'm listening to Gavin that you know, doing the compounding within the system and outside the system. So I already pulled the 5.25 Bitcoin in there, and as soon as I hit the 400 ad packs, I'm going to do the compounding on earnings outside the system, right? And after that, because of the withdrawal limit. Right now, my withdrawal limit is, I think, 10.8 Bitcoin. So I'm not worried about that as much, because I've got to go another 42 ad packs to hit the 400 ad packs, and then I'm going to start doing externally. So I'm listening to my man, NG Gavin. So yeah, that's what's happening in terms of MPCA. That's back to you, Gavin.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, and I guess if you're just starting off, I mean, we've said this many times, even with Logan, we said this prior to when we went to the new rule of 2x, we were doing this before. So, I mean, don't take out, like, you know, don't take out $20. Just, you know, get to about $50 a day or something, and then take that out, and then use that withdrawal to buy new ad packs. And we'll touch on this a little bit later, because that's also really important. But what we want to do is we want to explain the pros and cons of everything. I think is the best way, because then once people understand it, then then they're free to choose whatever strategy they want, right? So I think that's the main thing, is the education. So thanks, Bursha, for giving us a little bit of a lowdown. I actually wanted you to tell us a little bit more about yourself, but that's all good, bro. That's all good. We'll get back to you in a minute, mate. So Dennis, everyone knows Grandpa, but just in case we don't know, or those new viewers, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, Grandpa, from the land of the rising sun?
Yeah, Angie keeps calling this the land of the rising sun, but every time I walk out my front door, the wind's blowing like hell. So I want to rename this place the land of the blowing wind, you know? Anyway, you can probably see the map behind me, and if you you know, studied a little bit of geography in school, you might know what that is. It's not Iraq, it's Japan. Okay, So yeah, I've been over here about 4 decades. Went through the whole corporate thing. Got older. Fukushima happened, and you know, businesses just pretty much folded up. So I decided, well, man, I'm going to check out this online stuff, you know. And of course, just like typhoons and nuclear meltdowns, I had 2 businesses that also melted down and blew away with about 30,000 of my dollars. So then I thought, wait a minute, I better do some research when I get into the next one. So I kept seeing NG Gavin and, you know, his videos and watching him. And I thought, well, now this guy makes sense to me, you know. And he says you don't have to recruit to get going in this thing. So, okay, I'll give it a shot, you know. So I came into MPCA, and in 35 days, man, I had my seed money basically back. I mean, I didn't take it out, but it was there. I said, wow, man, that's pretty cool. You know, I like that. Then I started introducing it to some other Japanese people, and they came on, and they came on strong, you know, because they've known me for many years. And then, like NG said, make videos, make videos, make videos. So made a bunch of videos, and then got like 3 active people from that, you know, who are not in Japan, and about 4 or 5 that are inactive. But they do find you. Okay, if you make those videos, they will find you. And believe it or not, they're watching you for a long damn time before they make a peep and say, oh, hi. Open the curtains, hi. Right? They're there, they're watching you, man. So be consistent with those videos, and they will come in. You get some good people to come in, and they're enjoyable. You love them. They're great. Okay, that's me.
Yeah, thanks, Grandpa. Yeah, look, it's exactly what you said. A very key point there. Videos, and you know, I'm just like trying to help people, and you know, doing like what I did. I'm just like basically telling people exactly what I did, right? I mean, like I grew a massive downline in MPA, and then I progressed on to MPCA because I did videos. So it's like, duh, you know, I'm not that smart. Okay, I'm just like telling people exactly what I did, and you learn from doing. It's very important that you learn from doing. So don't sweat it. Just like, you know what, I'm going to make a video today. It's not going to be perfect, but tomorrow I'm going to get better, and then the next day I'm going to get better and better and better, and then soon, you know, hey, heck, someone might even join my business. They think that I'm someone they can learn off, help them move forward in their goal. So don't sweat it. Just learn from doing, and that's very important. So thanks, Grandpa, for jumping on again. Always jumping on. Thank you. And we've got Logan now. Logan's on, he's on vacation, or he's on business. Or, I don't know where you are, but you're not the same Logan. You're not clean cut. You haven't got your background there, and you're a bit fuzzy on the internet. But thanks for joining us, making time for us tonight, Logan.
Yeah, man. Just tell me if you can hear me okay, if I'm cutting out or anything.
You're a bit fuzzy, but yeah, you're a bit the static a bit, but we can hear you.
Well, we'll try. Yeah, like I'm running blind here. I don't really have picture. I have only icons of you guys, and my mic is here. My sound is on the laptop. Anyways, so yeah, my wife had some travel to do and some business, and it was combined with now May 1st holidays. You know, it's in Europe. That's like Labor Day. What would be in the U.S. in September is May 1st here in Europe. And you know, the beauty of working online is that I have my laptop, so I can just go anywhere. So I'm not going to be home for almost a month. And you know, I still wake up at 6:30. I still do my thing, but I have time for the things. I can, you know, I still make my money. I make most of my money now with actually MPCA and MPA. So it's wonderful. You know, that's the beautiful thing. I mean, we'll do this again later in the summer. We'll go more like regular vacation, but you know, this is wonderful. We can just jump on the plane and go anywhere, and I can just set up shop and talk to you guys, and you know, click my ads in the morning, do my meditation. You know, it's wonderful. It really gives you a lot of freedom. I started about a year and a half ago. I went into my first Revshare. Well, you know, MPA was basically my first Revshare. There was one before it. I'm not going to mention it. The one with the T, or several T's. I think you know very well, Gavin, which one that is. So yeah, and you know, after all this time, MPA is still around, and now we have MPCA, and it's doing really well, and we're all super excited about it.
Yeah, Logan, thanks for chiming in today. And that's exactly what you said. That's the beauty about it. You can just, you know, flick on your laptop. You got your mic there, and you can touch base with people, connect with people, and then go on and do your life. That's what we're here for, to, you know, get some income so then we can do what we want, right? But it's so flexible now. And even when I was in Singapore and Bali, I still had a laptop, and I was still, you know, attempting to do live streams. So yeah, awesome. Good to have you on. Thanks, Logan. Now, Pasha, we've had Pasha on before. He had came on last week, and so I mean, Logan, I know that when you have a shave, you look like Leo Gracious. I know that. Tony, he's a big fan of you, but this guy here just takes it to a different level. I mean, look at the guy. He's an actor. He's a very clean-cut sort of guy. So you got some competition now, Logan. But just for those that don't know who Pasha is, mate, could you just maybe share some words about your journey so far, and you know, where you are now?
Sure. But first of all, how's your scooter? You enjoying that?
Yeah, man. Scooter is running like a dream, and it's flawless.
Sweet. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. All right. All right. Got to get me one of those as well, I think. Yeah. So basically, I was working as a waiter for years, and had my own business as well, actually, and failed business as well. So I lost a lot of money, like 20,000. So then I decided to look, just like Dennis over here. You know, you have to look at different things, and for years you think, well, how do you make money online? And finally, I decided to look into things and saw the rev shares coming up. So and I think, like Logan, I was in one before MPA, the first one that I was in. I'm probably not going to name it, but the other one with the multiple T's, yeah, I was in that as well. So, but yeah, I mean, MPA has been the game changer, really. And obviously, when MPCA started, it was a no-brainer, really, because I'm already making money from MPA. So, yeah, I mean, but like it enables me to do what I want as well. So, which is, being an actor now, and I'm able to pursue acting work, instead of having to go to like a 9-to-5 job, or, work for someone else, and you don't have energy or time to do the things that you want. So for me, it's great. And I'm learning all the time about, just different facets of like rev shares and online marketing and stuff. So, it's great. It's hopefully keep this going. Yeah.
Yeah, man, awesome. Great to have you. Yeah, and that's the thing with online stuff, okay? Like, MPA is not going to make you a millionaire. MPCA is not going to make you a millionaire, but it's going to give you options, and it's going to better, if you want to leave your job. When you log into your bank account, right, you're going to see money there, and you can literally go out and buy what you want. Now, obviously, I can't guarantee that, because you've got to put the work in, right? But it's absolutely changed my life, man. Absolutely. And I wake up every day and I'm just fine. I don't need, like, when people inject themselves with stuff or whatever to get high. Like, I don't need that. I get high in life. It's absolutely amazing. And that's what I want everyone to experience, because, MPA and MPCA is the vehicle that can get you guys there. You just gotta work it, man. Just work it. So thanks, Pasha, for jumping on. We'll get back to you in a second. Now we got my boy Tommy from New York City. This guy doesn't need any introduction. He was crushing it in Singapore, man, drinking with all the big dogs. This guy can drink too. So just in case people don't know who you are, Tommy, maybe if you could just a little bit about yourself and your journey so far.
I'm Tommy from New York, city that never sleeps. I've been doing online and offline marketing and advertising for the past 10 years for a party website. And I was doing photography as well on the side. And recently I just quit my job about almost four months ago. and just been living off of an MPA, MPCA ever since. And I joined in November, about less than 6 months ago, and I just recently hit a milestone of 1,300 ad packs, and you know, very pumped for the, you know, for things to come.
Yeah, congratulations, Tommy. You've you know, you've got MPA sorted, and now you're going to just attack MPCA. I think you've got, like, last time you said you had about 300 ad packs in MPCA or something. Yeah,
it's about 2 and change. It keeps, like, you know, every time I add on, then it drops and it adds on. But I'm just gonna go full force in it and just go all in, like these guys.
Yeah, man. I was watching Game 3 and the last 5 minutes. I mean, you know the story, man. Absolutely, just going to a different level, you know. And that's what we're gonna do here. We got to go to a different level. Like, you know, we're like, okay, a lot of people are having success in MPCA in our dream team, but you know, I just keep on pushing people. I'm like, dude, get on the webinar. Just, you know, because like I wake up every morning and I just feel absolutely blessed. I feel it's like I used to work a day job 12 months ago, and I know what it's like to wake up every morning, go to work, and work with someone that doesn't appreciate you, and then come home and then try to get this online business going. You know, I know what it's like, and then to have a paycheck at the end of the week that doesn't serve you, right? It just gives you enough money to then for you to go back to repeat that endless mind-numbing experience, and it doesn't get you anywhere. It just serves a purpose, a means to an end. And now that I'm just able to, you know, be where I am, I want everyone to experience it. I want you to get up in the morning and get fired up without even having to think about it. It's second nature, and you're like, you know what, I want to get up. I want to help some people today, and I want them to experience what I want, because I think that, okay, people love their jobs. I get that, I understand, but once you get to a level where you don't have to worry about the actual money, the money comes coming in, then you can follow your passions. Think about what you really enjoy in your life, and then you can do that 24/7. It's like, this is how you should live your life, you know? So you don't need anything to motivate you. You just get up and you're pumped. That's what I want everyone to experience, right? It's not the money side of it, it's what the money can do for you. So next, we've got a new gentleman that hasn't been on before. Thomas is first time on MPCA Dream Team. So I want to welcome you, brother, to the webinar. And for those that don't know you, maybe you could just say a little bit about yourself and where you're from, Thomas.
Thanks, NG. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. Well, I'm out of North Carolina, originally from New Jersey. I moved here about 20 plus years ago. The reason for the move was it was like, you're talking about mega rat race up there. So, I mean, I always was interested in being online, not necessarily online, but in business for myself. And real estate was what I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to get into the real estate game and use other people's money and, you know, flip houses and all this good stuff, right? But then, you know, we all know about the housing market and how it crashed, and then it's on its way back and everything now, but it's just been no way in. And really what I learned is that it really does take money to make money. You know, we think a lot of times that, you know, and for a long time I got suckered by some of those programs out there that was talking about no money down, you can get into this for little or nothing, you don't really have to do much, and all you got to do is, and I'm like, I was buying into it because it was like I was hunting that dream, the dream to really, not so much financial freedom, but freedom itself, like time freedom. And so I just kept looking, man. I kept hunting, you know, and I got in a couple of HYIPs, and we all know how those turned out. At least some of the ones that I got in were, you know, bombed out. I felt like, you know, if I could make a nice chunk of money, then I could take that and start doing some other stuff. But it just ended up, they just took everything I had. So in the end, so I kind of learned the hard way that it's not going to be fast money. It's going to be slow and consistent money. that is what I'm really looking for. It's all about progress, and it's not about perfection. And I found myself in a unique situation. I'm in between jobs currently. So now I started going much harder on this MPCA. At one time I was at a crossroads. Which one do I build first? Because I had like 5. And I was trying to build all of them at the same time. Another bad mistake. You know, so I finally started listening to some of my I want to say counterparts, marketers that's been in the field for a while. And NG was one of the ones that was saying, look, just get one, build the hell out of it, and then go from there. And that made so much, that like brought everything down to like making manageable and made sense to me. And so now that's what I'm doing. I'm in MPCA. That's the one I chose to build first. I'm kind of like around 186 in ad packs. I got like 3 referrals. One is really going all out, and the other 2 are just kind of laid back, I guess, and wait and see type of thing. But yeah, I love it. I love the fact that even though I'm in between jobs, man, I feel like I'm still earning. You know, I feel like I still have a purpose, and I got a couple of things in the background to keep me afloat. But yeah, I'm loving this MPCA, man, and the birthday that you guys had at MPA just recently. I watched all of the clips to that, man, and I was like so like hating that I couldn't be there, but I was so excited for the whole process, man. These guys looking like they're gonna keep building, man, and it's just like sky's the limit, man. So yeah, I'm really grateful to be here, man, and happy that you guys had me on. And this first thing I gotta work on is the lighting in this room because it's not good right now. But thanks.
You're doing fine. Yeah, I was just looking some similar things to with Grandpa as well. What you said about just sticking with MPA. Grandpa only does MPCA, but you got that sword in the background. Maybe you and Grandpa can do some sword fighting or something. I don't know. You got
That's a good story behind that.
And also you've got BTC in the background.
Oh yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. What's that? That's we know what it stands for.
That was kind of like that was a kind of impromptu moment I had. I was actually my wife and I was in the Target, and I saw these like letters with light bulbs on them, right? And I was like, I could do something with that. And so I know I actually got the idea from another video where I saw a guy who had a cutout, and I don't know if this was one of your webinars or not, but he had a cutout of the bee in the background on his wall.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, kind of get the word out there without saying the word, because everybody really don't, a lot of people don't know about BTC and what BTC stands for, but it's Bitcoin. We all know that. And it's just like, that's my constant reminder, man, that Bitcoin is, I believe it's here to stay. And it's just only getting bigger and better. So yeah. It's kind of went to Target, found the lights and threw them up there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that was Roscoe. Roscoe is also part of he's been on a few times, but he did that. But yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. It's because but I like what you said about like I've been the HYP route, I've been the fast money route, and I've been the you start off no money invested, no skin in the game. I'm gonna make all this money, and I know exactly what you're saying because that's exactly how I started. But then once I started to get skin in the game, I started to put my own money down and build a real business. That's when it would change for me. And that just comes down to thinking like entrepreneurs, right? It definitely takes money to make money, no doubt. So thanks for jumping on board today, Thomas. We'll get you back. We'll talk to you in a second, but you're welcome to come on anytime because you guys, everyone knows you now, right? So feel free to jump on anytime. This guy here, Bursha, he just jumps on. He's a crazy man. He's a crazy man. Bursha, what are your thoughts? I wanted to really touch a little bit about what's your strategy, because I know everyone's different, right? I'm different because I've maxed out MPCA, but then there's people that are still starting, got lower packs. So just maybe if you could just touch a little bit, maybe a couple of minutes on your strategy with MPCA.
I think it's unfair you gave me a couple of minutes because I didn't know that. I thought it was a couple of minutes before. I already have 5 to 10 minutes. That's crazy, man.
I put you on the spot, right? I put you on the spot.
All right, cool. All right, so here you go. I start off with the MPCA, as I said before, that 6th of 17, not longer, 76 days ago. Before even I started, I actually analyzed the program for a month, right? You know, because I was watching Sean Logan, like, and not just MPCA, all of his marketing strategy, how he's doing it. Then it sort of clicked me that you know, whether to go slow and to go hard. That's you know, that's all it started back then, right? So when I committed that I'm going to join MPCA, and I said I'm going to go hard, right? And that's where I started with. I think I just put one pack on 6th of February, and then I think within the next 7 days, I maxed out the first level. And then after maybe, I guess, another 5 to 10 days, second and third, no, second is gone, right? And then I'm not quite sure because I put I think altogether I put 5.25 BTC in this program within a month, right? So, and after that, you know, I guess the two withdrawing rule comes up, right? So that the things, you know, it becomes different, but not really different. But you gotta take the money out of it. And then I thought about it because I thought, you know what? Because my ad packs right now, I'm on 358 ad packs, right? So my withdrawal limit is 10.80 because some of the money I got it from the leader commission from one of my referral, so I bought it as a cash fund as well. So right now I'm just thinking I had enough withdrawal limit so I can compound earning within the system rather than taking out of the system, right? And I decided to myself, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until maybe 400 or 450 ad packs, right? The way I'm thinking, I'm just a number man. Like I said, the way I'm thinking, if I take the money out and bring it back, I lose 4%. Like, don't take it as it is the way I'm talking about it, because I'm talking about myself, because I put a lot of money in the beginning to building those ad packs up. The way I'm looking at it, because if I use that 4% within the system up to maximum up to 500 ad packs, and then after that I'm 101%, I'm going to take the money out and then compounding also the system and bring it back in, because when I'm maxing out the system, I have nothing to worry about how I'm going to take the money out, right? So this is just my strategy based on my own the money I put it in there. Gavin, I want to tell you something, right? Everybody else, but 3 hours ago, I had a message on Facebook from the guy I might be watching it right now. He said to me, "I want you to be my mentor," right? And I was like, "Really? Yeah, I'm quite happy with that." Right? I sent him a message. I said, "Yeah, no dramas at all. Anytime, I'm more than happy. It's the key is success to working together." Now he sent me another message while we're talking. He said to me, "Bursha, I've seen all your videos, and you are compounding earning inside the system. But the guy I'm being with, or the leader I'm with, he said he's asking me to take the money out and then put it back." So I haven't responded to him back yet, because again, the same situation. Like, if you're listening, Thomas, this is for you, mate. Because it depends how much money you put it in, right? So your leader might not be wrong in that sense, because if you put 20 ad packs in there, 30 ad packs in there, 40 ad packs in there, and then you're compounding instantly. It's not going to work. So you have to take the money out and bring it back so your withdrawal limit increases. Okay. So, but anyway, I'll send you a separate message for that, mate. Right. So yeah, no, I'm pretty I'm high on ego, man. I'm high on ego. Thank you. Back to you, Gavin. Back to you, man.
Hey, that's fine. Look, I think the question there is, and I think Logan will touch on this later, is when. I think everyone knows that, you know, you have to withdraw, and that's why the 2x rule is in place, right? The 2x rule is in place because so then we can have fresh funds coming in. So if you withdraw, you buy new ad packs. And I think what you said, Bursha, and I think also other people have commented on this and made videos about it, is for their situation, like, we're not telling you to take out $10. Don't take out $20, or just wait till you get to, you know, a couple of hundred ad packs, $50 or $100, then withdraw it. So I think the question there is when, but I think we all agree that to increase your limit, I mean, you're crazy if you don't withdraw, because when you get to a point where you've maxed it out and then you get, you know, withdrawing so much, you're going to hit that level where you're like, damn, I got to start putting my own money in when I could have withdrawn earlier. So everyone's different, but Grandpa is his own take on it. Maybe Grandpa, if you could touch on this. I'm just going to be, I'll let you speak, but I'll be back in a second. Okay? So don't worry about me. I'll be back in a second. So Grandpa, do you want to give your take on this actual subject?
Sure. I'm also going to be interested in where the hell he went while I was doing this. Okay. If I hear a knock on my door and konnichiwa, then it's NG, I'm gonna be like, wow, man. Like, would you come here with a supersonic drone or something? Anyway, let's hope it wasn't a private, Mata. Anyway, yeah, like NG said, I have my way of looking at it and taking action within this frame of internal compounding versus external compounding. And Grandpa is a 100% external compounding guy. Okay, from day one, I came in pretty hard. I threw 3.2 Bitcoin at it. The earnings started piling up pretty fast. I took them out right away, put it back into my Bitcoin wallet, and then used those funds inside the Bitcoin wallet to buy fresh ad packs. Now, you could go for 60 some days. You're not going to see any ad packs conclude, right? So during that 60 days, I kept pumping it back in there. And then a few would start to conclude after 60 days, and I would repurchase again from that Bitcoin wallet. Now, that's just the way I do it. Fortunately, all the Japanese people that are on my team, they do the same thing. And they're almost all matching me now, 300 ad packs. If there's another way of doing it more efficiently, my eyes and ears are open to it. That's how I do it.
Yeah, I think I caught most of that. So yeah, no, look, I think that's the most important thing. I guess, you know, it's good that you mentioned that as well, Bursha, because everyone's different. But this whole process of us getting on webinars and talking about, hey, you know, this is where I'm at in my account. You know, this is where I'm at. Everyone gets a different point of view of where they're at individually. So then people can watch this webinar and then know the pros and cons of everything that they do, and then make that decision, take that responsibility, and then move forward. And whatever or however where they are, then understand. That's the main thing. So I mean, there's a lot of empowerment in making your own decisions and sticking with them. Okay, Logan. Logan, you're the numbers man. You're definitely the numbers man. You know numbers a lot more than I do. What's your take on it, mate?
Well, you know how, like, when you go to see a doctor and you're talking about, well, you know, how much do you drink or smoke, or what kind of bad food do you eat and everything, and in the end, the the best advice that you always get is moderation, right? So I think it's the same thing applies here. It's like people want to start building, increasing their available withdrawal limit. They're so worried about it. They don't even have 50 ad packs on the first level yet. It's like you said, you don't do it with $10, don't do it with 20, maybe not even with 50, maybe do it when there's 100 to be withdrawn. It's really, you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to squeeze out every single dollar. Obviously, there is a little bit of fee to be paid, and it takes time, and sometimes people don't have the money to kind of put in to be able to withdraw. And it's like, even if you're getting $100 a day and you're not gonna be withdrawing, like your total earnings are $100 a day, and you're still in the building stage, and you're gonna be there for 3 months or 6 months, you don't even have to withdraw every day, because it takes time to kind of futz with that. Not everybody wants to do it. Do it once a week, man. I mean, if you take $100 once a week and you put it back in, you've increased your available withdrawal limit by $200. With 100, that's kind of not even yours, right? You didn't really keep it. Like, you're in a situation because you maxed out. You can't do that anymore. You have that limit, so you're stuck with 100 in, 200 out, 100 in, 200 out. So you have the $100 limit. When you're doing it ahead of time, then you can really build up your account, but you don't have to overdo it, really. So like I said, with $100, which is once a week, even, that's $200 a week. If you still have 20 weeks to go, that's like $4,000 increase in your withdrawal limit. And we don't want to, play with the system or do anything. After all, we're just kind of taking the money that we're not really, what I mean, like, it's not real actual money. So don't rush it, plan ahead, but you don't have to do it for every dollar, really. It's perfectly fine if you don't do it every day even, right? That's kind of my opinion.
Yeah, definitely don't have $10 and then take out, and then you're gonna lose, like, I don't even know what 2% is, 20 cents. My math sucks. We're not saying do that. We're not saying do that. But at some point in time, definitely look at withdrawing once you build a little bit of your ad packs. But these are the conversations that we need to have, so that people can watch this stuff and then understand it, because I think that's really important. All right, Pasha, mate, what's your strategy, or what's your a take on withdrawing or internally compounding?
Well, I'd like to talk about MyPayingAds first, if that's cool.
Yeah, mate, go ahead.
So, like, right there just now, for example, I had $100 in leaders commission. So basically, what I've done with that is, right now, in order to start withdrawing again, I've just withdrawn that today, in order to build it up. So what I'm going to keep doing with that is just withdraw that 100. So once that hits my my processor, I'm going to put it back in, and then I'm just going to keep doing that, just to keep increasing it just now. So in that way, I'm not really using any of my own money now. It's just like earnings from within the system. So bringing it in and then putting it back out. So because before I was withdrawing about $400 a week roughly, but I'm still in the building stages there. So I've got about 420-ish, almost 430 ad packs. So I'm still building there. But when it comes to MPCA, I'm in the first level still, around 84 or 85 ad packs. So for me, I'm not even like thinking about it just now, because I'm only in the first level. So maybe once I get to about 350, 400 ad packs, then I'll start to think, okay, now it's time to start increasing that withdrawal limit. But for the moment, there's really not much point, and it isn't a big hit. It's only 2% on Bitcoin, the fees. But right now, it's not really worth it. It's and anyone I'm bringing in, I'm telling that as well. Like, you shouldn't even be thinking about withdrawing for a good 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, whatever whatever it is. At least 3 months anyway, and just build the account. Because there's not much point. But we didn't come into this to get $5 a day, did we? So that's the way I look at it. You want to have money that can really change your life and give you that freedom. And $5 a day isn't going to do it. So
yeah, absolutely. I'm using my leaders commission in MPA to take up the slack, if you want to call it that way, of now we've gone to 2x. So instead of me, spending 3,000 in ad packs to pull out 6,000, my leaders commission is taking the slack. But I do want to say, if you've got leaders commission, Pasha, I used to withdraw it. Now I don't. I use the leaders commission, spend the leaders commission, and buy ad packs with it, because then you're not going to get hit with the 2%. Right?
Oh, sorry. I made a mistake there. I did actually use the leaders commission. It was, what I meant to say was I used the leaders commission to buy the ad packs, and then I had like $100 that I'd put in effectively, like, some of my own money and some leaders commission, and then I'd withdrawn it. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. I just worded it wrong.
No, that's all cool. I mean, like, I used to withdraw my leaders commission, and I'm just like, then I was talking to Tanzil and a few other top guys, and you're going to save 2%. So just use the leaders commission.
Keep doing it,
it's like, what I mean? It's like you withdraw it, and you see it in your account. It's like $100, but then you're going to spend it anyway. There's no point. So
I mean, ideally, you'd like to get to the level where you're getting 200 a day, plus you've got leaders commission on top of that. But of course, to get to that level takes time and work. But it's better to do it within the system, obviously, till you get to those bigger levels. Like, there's no point. Like, I've got a referral who's actually, maybe I get about $1 commission from them every day, and like, they're asking me about withdrawing and things, and I'm like, don't withdraw. What's the point? Just keep building it for now, and maybe in 2 months or something, you can start taking out like $20, $30 a week or something, whatever you feel comfortable with. So that's not going to hit your account, because there's that sweet spot as well, and I noticed it. Like, for a while, I was taking out like $400 a week, but my account wasn't growing in MPA. It was just kind of staying at the same level. So it was like, yes, I'm getting this income coming in, but my account's not growing. My account wasn't going down, but it wasn't growing. It had enough to sustain it and keep topping up the ad packs that have fallen off. But yeah, so I decided to, take a different strategy, got my money back and things. So, and then just focus on building now. And that's the same with MPCA too. So
Yeah, and you just continue with what you did daily, right? Just continue with your normal thing. Do your videos, do your updates, do them on Facebook or YouTube, split it, or use the same content. And eventually, one day you're gonna get like this. A whale is gonna hit you. You're gonna get a whale, and a whale is just gonna go like plomp, plomp, a whole bunch of money. I know that's what happened to Keithy Brim. He's told people that. So you're gonna get these people that are just go, okay, I understand the concept, I get it. There's, I'll just go out and buy 1,000 packs. There's people that have done that. So that one person can make a huge difference in your leaders commission, and then that you can use that leaders commission to supplement. So then you don't have to withdraw. It's like free money, like
exactly. I saw a couple of months ago. I think it was about 2 months ago. I think, or 6 weeks ago, something like that. It was somebody. Who was it again? It was Amin Hoke, and he had a referral, and he posted the result, and his referral had put in 2 Bitcoin and MPCA to start, and then saw the potential of the program. So wow, and then they put another 25. I think they ended up putting like 7 Bitcoin in the space of like 1 week. So it's crazy. Some people are just coming in hard, but I guess when someone's done the research and seen the potential of this, it makes sense.
Yeah, I've had some people that have come on board and did the same. So, once you things like the events and a few other things, and then we got this new product coming out in 2 to 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then we got subsequently 3 or 4 more products releasing in the next 18 months. That brings confidence, and then a lot of people feel comfortable knowing that, okay, it's a bit of a risk. Everything is a risk in business, but the risk is fairly low. But obviously there's still some sort of risk. So it just brings confidence to the whole grand scheme of things. So all right, Tommy, mate, we're gonna move on to you, mate. what's your? I know you're at what 300 or 200, 250 or whatever ad packs in MPC. You've maxed that MPCA. What are you doing? Like, how is that affecting you with talk about MPA or even MPCA? How is that affecting your account with the compounding, or sorry, the external 2x rule and all that?
Well, the strategy is to be consistent building the ad packs to a certain amount. And before the new changes, I was building my ad packs and doing it internally. And I was disciplined in not withdrawing. And now after the new changes, I'm withdrawing $200 a day, like, because I saw the vision. Like, you know, if I withdraw, you know, a couple months ago, then I wouldn't be able to enjoy, you know, the withdrawals every day that I'm doing now. So the whole strategy is, it's kind of tricky, because with MPA, I want to build up my total withdrawal limit, so I could keep enjoying this $200 a day. And I also want to build up my MPCA account as well, so I could withdraw earnings from over there too. So right now I'm just gonna, once I fully potentially build up a nice withdrawal limit on MPA, and just move on to MPCA and just start building that up, and just focus on one thing and not try to dibble and dabble around, you know, 20, 30 different things and stuff. Just focus on one thing, just like you said, Angie.
Yeah, I mean, definitely what I did was, when I maxed that MPA, that gave me obviously a lot of funds that then used to build MPCA. I think that's what Uday wanted. But, you know, you build that house, you get it paying you consistently every day. It's just like the there's a billionaire in Australia, and oh geez, I forget his name. Anyway, his last name's Packer. Now the son runs the show, right? The father had passed away, so now if anyone knows his first name, I can't remember. But anyway, what he does is, he's probably the richest guy in Australia. He builds these casinos, right? And he's building these casinos. He's already probably built them in Macau. So, yeah, obviously the guy has learned from his father, and he's a billionaire. And what he does is he builds a casino, right? This casino throws millions of dollars at him every day, and then he builds another one, and then it throws millions of dollars at him every day, and then he builds another one. So obviously we can't build casinos, right? I wish we could. But what we can do is we can use the same strategy as him and build our real estate, or online digital real estate, or call it whatever you want. Build your ATM, cash cow, whatever you want, right? Build build an MPA or whatever you, MPCA, MPA, whatever you got. These are both strong legs. Build that, then take the money from that, you know, use some of it for your beer money. Tommy, I know you enjoy your beer, man. So take a little bit out. That'd probably be half of it, the way you drink, and then put the rest of it into another, you know, MPCA, right? So you're doing exactly what, I think it's Robert Packer. I can't remember his name, but exactly what he's done, right? Builds these casinos, and that's what I'm doing. That's what, you know, we should do. So then once you got all these casinos, like, you know, metaphorically, we're not talking about casinos as in, you know, we're just a metaphor for those people, right? Once you build these real estates that are just throwing money at you, then you can just get on with your life, do what you want, right? Help more people. So I hope that analogy is drink more beer like Tommy, right? So I'm already planning for the next UK event. I'm extremely pumped. I had a Google search today, and I don't need a visa to go into the UK because I'm Australian. So now it's just like book the hotel, book the flights. Obviously, it's a fair way out, and I'm just getting ready for the next event already, Tommy. But with that said, let's just not get too far ahead of ourselves, okay? Yeah, I'm still pumped about Singapore, you know. So Thomas, I know that obviously you're building the one, right? You're building that one casino that's going to throw money at you, metaphorically. What's your take on it? And, you know, obviously you're still, you know, upcoming. what is your strategy? Because obviously your strategy is going to be a little bit different to mine, a little bit different to Logan's, a little bit different to Grandpa's.
Absolutely. Well, I guess I could say absolutely that I learned a lot from you guys. I didn't have to like when I was working full time, I didn't have to, you know, really figure it all out right then. So it was kind of helping me to just watch like some of Logan's videos and some of your videos and Dennis and all you guys, man, and just kind of like, okay, so when the switch came and they started doing different stuff with the compound and as far as the 2 times rule, I had already learned something about outside compounding from another program. I won't go into the other program, but I started using that a little bit when I was building MPCA. But I was still, you know, compounding inside the system as well. And I was kind of like trying to find a balance, you know. So like I said, when they made the change, and then I realized, for me, I realized that I needed to do more outside compounding. That's just for me. I don't know about anyone else. And that's been helping me actually build a little faster than just inside. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because in the beginning I was doing more internally compounding as opposed to outside. And now that I switched it, it seems like it's building me more packs a little bit faster. Also, then I got, like I said before, I got a referral that's actually like killing it. Like they're at almost 400 packs right now. And that's like the leaders commission that I like pull from that. Like if I need, you know, if a couple of packs expire, you know, boom, I got it right there. And that, as you guys know, is like looked upon as, you know, new cash, new money coming into the system, which is cool because I don't have to worry about the 2 or 4% or anything. I just draw it from there, throw it in there, and then I can like let my packs build up maybe to a day and a half, and to pull it out. Like that gives me around 130, 140. Take that out, put it back in, boom. So that's helping me kind of like, you know, take like 3 to 4 packs a day, which you got to juggle it, and you got to find a balance for yourself, because like everybody's financial situation is a little different. Mine's is definitely different now that I'm in between jobs, but what I'm looking into now is how can I be more present online? How can I start drumming up some of these referrals, man, where you know, they can get in the game too as well, and that helps everybody. That helps, of course, MPCA. And it just keeps that motor. Once you start building it, it's kind of like a snowball coming down a little hill, which it continues to grow once you get the momentum on it, you know, and that momentum just carries you. After that, it's just like, you know, you're rolling, you know. Dennis know about that, right, Dennis?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you're absolutely right with what you said about Thomas, about where you are. Because like you said, everyone's different in everyone's financial situation. The living situation, you know, how much they make from a job is different. So it is going to be different for everyone. Obviously, if you've got some more income coming in, then you can buy some more ad packs. So I think that's a really good point. But just for those people that are watching, you know, when we use the words compounding, and it doesn't relate to an investment, okay? What we're just saying is to, I guess, redistribute. Okay, so I just want to make that clear that this is not an investment or anything of that type. And you know, we've all used the word compound. It's just an easy way to describe what we're doing, but it's definitely not an investment. And I'm guilty of that too. So just to clarify for those people that are watching and thinking it's an investment, this is not an investment. Okay, but yeah, awesome, Thomas. It definitely some fantastic points covered with Bursha as well, with his strategy, and just everyone. It's been a very productive night because, you know, we're all learning and everyone's got a different strategy. Okay, not everyone's will follow the same cookie cutter method, but I think at some point, yeah, we all will take the funds, withdraw, and then purchase new ad packs with it to keep on lifting our limit. So I hope everyone got some value from this, because I think that if you understand it, then I think then that's a win-win So then you can tailor it to your situation, your particular situation, exactly what Thomas said, Bursha said, Dennis. So guys, it's been a fantastic session, and I'm really happy with this. Got some new people on board. Pasha's come back. Logan's in between things, and he's still about to make it available. And obviously Tommy, Bursha, and Dennis. So just closing thoughts, guys. Maybe a minute. We've already passed an hour, so we just have so much fun here that we absorb everything, and it just goes so quick. Look at this guy; he's an angry man. Mate, do you have any final thoughts, Bursha? Oh, you just got to unmute yourself, mate. Just if you could just unmute yourself.
Yeah, how you're saying I'm crazy. This is just a terminology for me, man. My kids go to childcare. One of the mom said to my wife, she said, "I'm seeing your husband on the treadmill, on the bicycle. What he's doing is crazy, but he's pumping me like, it's like," she said, "it's making me feel like I want to run. I want to run." So yeah, it's not crazy on MPCA. It's going crazy on weight loss too. By the way, I lost, I suppose, like in this month, my challenge was to lose 4 kilos, right? So I was 99.5, 95.6. So it's 100 gram left until I have 6 days. I'm gonna crush it. It's like another 6 days, right?
Awesome.
I'm crazy. There's bloody no doubt about it. I'll just do it everything with a passion. And guys, it's might gonna sound a little bit crazy, but I'm not afraid of losing. It's just the way it is, because the things are like, when you lose so much in your life, you get to the point, I'm gonna crush it. I'm gonna get to the point, anywhere I'm gonna go 100%. The way you do it, it's different. Like, I like what Logan said. That makes sense. He said, don't do it like I earn about 0.35 BTC every day from MPCA. And it makes sense, rather than taking out, every day or second day, take it out once a week. That's perfect sense. For 6 days, you can do internal compounding on earning. Like, that's the word I'm going to use, earning, not the, so 6 days do with that, and then take the money out for 1 or 2 days. That's fantastic. That will increase the limit as well. That's, and with the grandpa, he's been very, because he got so much experience. So he did it from the day one when there was no 2% rule. He's ruling the rule. He's doing a fantastic job. So yeah, that's from my side, guys. Whoever's watching this, anything you want to do, whatever your strategy is, do it 100%. As Tommy said it last time as well, 100%. Don't do it with a 50, 60, or 40%. Just do it 100%. Whatever the time you got, just be productive and just bloody onto it and just crush it. Well, guys, that's from my side. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, mate. Geez, when you get to like you max out MPCA, you're gonna be like, okay, you're uncontrollable now, but you're gonna get on stage. You're gonna be like, you're gonna be so pumped up. We're not gonna be able to control this guy.
That's me.
You're enthusiastic now, and you're still. I mean, you're still building. Like, you're at what, 400 ad packs. So I'd hate to see you when you're at 1,300, 1,400 ad, you max the system out. And we're not gonna be able to control this guy. So your enthusiasm is fantastic. But what you said about the 100%, right? Go 100%. That's all you have control over. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at the end of the day, you put in 100%. And if you have that attitude, which you have, Bursha, that you approach everything in your life, because how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? And if you have that attitude, success is going to come to your way, because you're going to force it. To the universe is going to give it to you what you want. Okay, so great. It's good to have you, man. You bring energy to this place. Definitely, we need someone crazy. You're going to be like the crazy guy. So we got the crazy guy. We got Pasha. He's like the good-looking guy. Okay. Then we got Logan. He's the smooth numbers man. Then we got like Dennis, he's grandpa, you know. Then we got like Tommy, you know, he drinks. Okay, so everyone's got a purpose now. Okay, in this webinar, so we're gonna mix it up. All right, so and we've got Thomas too. Thomas is new as well. So we're inviting anyone to come on board. But thanks for your jumping on, Bursha from the City of Churches, and we'll catch you next week, buddy.
100%, 100%.
Yeah. Okay, I want to go to Dennis now. Mate, do you have any closing thoughts from the land of the rising sun?
Well, you know, basically it all comes back to you're setting your mindset, you're setting your goals. You have to keep in mind, do not compare yourself with others, because everyone has their own situation. And even if your situation is like someone else, it could change like the wind. Okay, you could be pumping it one day at your 9 to 5, and all of a sudden the boss says, you're out of here. You go, oh. Change my strategy today, right? Because my boss just changed it for me, right? You know, and then some people quit their damn job too early. They're thinking, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And then you go, whoa, I should have waited, I should have waited. Right? So everybody's different. Every day is going to be different. You just need to roll with the flow. And I think when we get to London, and we're going to hear the next speaker come on stage, they're going to roll this treadmill out in front of the yeah. And I'm going to say, hey, guess who's going to speak next? While they're, hi, everybody, I just love MPCA. I made you guys got to get it. And, you run, do it. I say, hey, man, relax. Have a beer with Tommy, man. Oh, you don't drink. He doesn't drink. So anyway, have some water. Bring him some water, Tommy. Anyway, that's Grandpa. My piece. Just, just keep it simple. Don't bring a bunch of drama into your life, and most certainly show up every day to do it. Okay, that's Grandpa's piece.
Thanks, Grandpa. Always a pleasure to have you on, man. Always a pleasure. I think by the time Bursha gets to the UK event, we won't recognize him. He'll be so skinny. We're like, is that you, bro? Is that you? We'll roll out the treadmill, and he's just like this real skinny guy walking along. He's gonna lose so much weight and be so much fit. So we're gonna have so much fun at this event. Oh my God, I can't wait. We're gonna wait for another year. God damn. Anyway, so let's move on. Logan, mate, any closing thoughts?
Well, I'm going to join Bursha also, because I was juicing for 10 days and then I lost about 4 kilos in those 10 days. And since, and I haven't had any proper dinners. I've only had juice for dinner and fruit breakfast, and lost another 2 kilos. So I'm down about 6 kilos altogether. And, you put in time and you put in effort. And it's a lot like I did at MPCA. I hit it hard with 5, 6 Bitcoin. And then, you slow down because you can't run at that. It's like a combination of time and money. Some people have more time, some people have more money, or it's a combination of both. So it's great if you hit it hard to see results, and then you can do it slower and let the time help you, because the time factor is going to definitely help you. Like, I don't weigh myself every day now because, I'm not in that stage of losing weight where I'm like, okay, I weigh myself maybe every 4 or 5 days, and then I see, okay, I lost 200 grams or half a kilo or whatever, and it's like, great. And same with MPCA. When I was hitting it hard, I was like, okay, another 10, another 20. Now it's, I'm using the money to live off of, so I'm not growing my account as fast, but thanks to the strength, how hard I hit it to begin with, now I can afford to do this. And I know that down the road, in 3 months, 6 months, it's going to be a different picture, because I'm spending about 70% of what I withdraw. So I'm both growing my available balance and growing my APEX. So really, in one word, what I'm trying to say is patience. It will happen eventually. It will happen. If you have more money, you can do it like that. If not, you can use time. Time is your friend.
Yeah, man, always great to have you on board. I mean, when I was upcoming with YouTube videos, I was watching your videos, bro, and you know, the things you did on YouTube, I pretty much copied you as well. And your progress as well in MPCA, you've got like a lot of affiliates, a lot of referrals. So, and you're just, you know, and you're still traveling with your wife, you know, in business. But like you said, I don't know how many referrals now. You got a lot of referrals, man. And now, but you hit it hard in the beginning, like you said, and now you're just enjoying the fruits of your labor. When you get back, you might do a little bit more, but you got that. You've already built that initial work that you put in. You know, you put the hard yards in already. So thanks for tuning in, Logan. And we'll catch up with you when you get back, man.
Gavin, I just want to say something. Gavin, somebody sent me a message that there is a comment under there. Like, so can anybody read it? Like, I think somebody asked the question.
Yeah. What did they ask? Do you know?
Let me check. I'm just quickly going to check.
Yeah.
You carry on, then I'll read the question, and then you carry on with the next one, and then I'll read the question in a minute.
Yeah. Okay, mate. No worries. Okay, Thomas, mate, we're going to go to you. Do you have any closing thoughts at all, Thomas?
Yeah. I just want to say, like, I like this whole process, man. I think it's a really, it helps your learning curve when you learn about these things, about how you can better position yourself in the Revshare game. You know, I know that Revshares haven't been out that long, but they are taking over, man. Here it is. There's a lot of Revshares out there, but promising ridiculous amounts of earnings, right? We know that. Now, I've learned that by getting burned. I'm so grateful that MPCA is a reputable company. You know, I've gotten to know, you know, a little bit about Uday and what he stands for, what he's about. And now I feel like I can freely move to just continue to propel myself forward. Even if it's small steps at first, I will get to that place where I'm able to just like turn it over. So yeah, I'm grateful for this whole MPCA, man. And I just recently watched a video from Tony Robbins talking about that same concept. I actually put it on my wall because it inspired me. I'm gonna get that book as well. So I think mindset is a part of it too. So it takes me to another level in my thinking. But that's all I got.
Awesome, Thomas. Yeah, look, and we all learn, you know, about just coming on these webinars, putting yourself out there, getting out in your comfort zone, and you know, it's all part of it. And in a way, it's like you might have a bad week, and then it's like I got to get on the MPCA Dream Team webinar, and you get back on track. I know Grandpa was like, Monday morning we got to do webinars. You know, it's a webinar night, right? After he gets thrown over the shoulder by his wife, you know, slams him into the ground. Then it's like, wife, it's like, baby, we got to go on the MPCA Dream Team webinar. It's like, yes, you know. So yeah, we use these tools that we have to keep you on track. And you're welcome to come on anytime, Thomas. It's great to have you, brother. Okay, so Tommy, man, we're gonna any closing thoughts, brother?
Well, pretty much to everybody, you just gotta stay focused, stay dedicated. You know, set your goals, smash them. Keep your eyes on the prize. You know, perfect example with Game 3, the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Pacers. Pacers were up 26 points in the first half. They started celebrating and everything, and look what happened. They ended up losing that game, and then they ended up getting swept. So at the end of the day, don't get distracted. You know, stay focused and stay on track. And that's pretty much what it is. And I'm pretty much all in. Like I always say, I don't gotta mention the team because I'm wearing it.
Yeah, man. Dennis, like, you're from Ohio. Tommy's actually living in New York. But I'm also a big LeBron fan. I watched that game, man. And yeah, it was just it was like Jordan Air. That's what I say it was like. You guys know Michael Jordan growing up. He can just take control of the game in the critical times. And I watched the Pacers game without getting off too track. They've got some great players. Their lead player, he's an absolutely amazing player. But I think to get to the next level, you just have to be able to switch it on. That's what Michael Jordan can do. And that's exactly what LeBron did in that last 5 minutes. It just absolutely took over the game, blew them away, and they won the game, swept the series. So we can all take something just from sport, and drinking beer. So thanks, Tommy, for jumping on. Always good to have you. We're going to close out with Pasha. Pasha, do you have any closing thoughts at all?
Well, yeah, two things. I've been in the gym and stuff as well because I've been trying to get back in shape. I put on weight the last couple of years. So today, I guess the whole theme of it is you want the weight to go down and your bank account to go up, right?
Yes.
We want to drop 10 or 20 pounds or whatever it is, or kilos, but we want that bank account to be huge and another 200 Bitcoin, whatever. But yeah, for me, it's just like what Tommy, because I mean, I play basketball and I've loved it for years. So just like what Tommy was saying about Game 3 as well, I mean, it's a cool little analogy. It's like, keep your foot on the gas, like don't get distracted. Like you can have little celebrations, you hit milestones along the way. Of course, you want to reward yourself a little bit, but I think it's important to have a quick little reward for yourself and then just straight back on it wherever you're going to. If your milestone is 1,000 ad packs and you got to 500, then of course take a minute and take time to appreciate what you've done, but just keep focused and stay consistent. And like myself, for me, like I find it helpful now. We started doing it last week. It's just actually writing things down, because I think like my brain's really, I get a bit overactive and I'm like, I've got too many ideas in my head or too many things, like thinking about, okay, I need to make a post, or I want to do a live video, or I want to do a YouTube video. And I think it's important to have things written down, so have your goal split into like a sort of sub goal, basically subheaders, like, to keep you focused, because if you don't, then it just is in your head and then you're like, you can feel like you've not gotten as much progress as you wanted. So like say next week, I've not done any videos or anything like that, or, any posts on Facebook or anything, then, you feel guilty. Well, if you don't want to feel like that, then just write it down and make sure you do it every day. And, it doesn't have to take that much time either. You don't need to be at your laptop for 10 hours a day or 12 hours a day. Just do the little things and then take a break and come back to it. And then just make sure you stick to, what you say you're going to do, I think is the key thing.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You touched on many, many points. And if you're busy, everyone's busy, if you're still working a job, just pull out your phone and say, you know what, this is my day so far. But I'm committed to the process. This only might be a 30-second video, but here's my video for today. Hope you guys have a great day. You're still committing to that process. And you're not cheating yourself. It's absolutely what you said. And what you said about, we're already like, we're all building this house, right? We're building this house. Go all the way, right? Don't, like, I see people that build like halfway and then they stop and then they go and build something else. I'm like, dude, you're almost there to a point where it's going to start, giving you money so then you can do what you want in your life. But then you're stopping halfway, and then you go and build something else, right? So finish the job, build it, and then take that to, takes money to make money, get that money to build another house. Kerry Packer was his father. James Packer is his son, and he's the one that's building casinos. So we're going to do that in the sense of build our own casinos, not build casinos, but you know what I mean, right? Build our own ATM machine, so then we can do what with our life. Okay, and lastly, what you said about, if you've got 10 or 20 Bitcoin that you've made from MPCA, knock yourself out. Go on a holiday, go and spend 5 Bitcoin, get it out of your system, take your wife or take your partner out somewhere, go and celebrate. We did that in Singapore, Tommy, and even when we went to Bali, right? When my girlfriend got it out of our system, Now get back to work and build it to 100, build it to 200 Bitcoin. You know, but finish the job. It's very important you finish the job.
Yeah. Can I just make another final, just a little quick?
Yeah.
Quick comment. Yeah, just, I mean, to me, just like you're saying, finish the job, because if you're trying to get to 1,000 or 1,200 ad packs, once you get to 500, I think the first 500 is probably, the first 500 is definitely the hardest. And then once you get beyond that, it seems like once you get to that, you're going to 1,000. Once you're at 500 and go to 1,000, it seems to be okay. It just comes a lot easier, you know. And I've not hit that point yet. I'm almost at 500 at MPA. So once I get to that point, I feel like obviously the earnings get more anyway. But yeah, once you hit that second 500, like, I don't know, some people, like you say, I've seen people like that too. Actually, I'm at the point where I've like probably succeeded my sponsor, and my sponsor actually came to me like a week ago or so asking about the changes. So for me, that was like, okay, this is cool. I'm like ahead of my sponsor now, you know. But you know, it's just like sticking with it. Like, why not stick with it? You know, there's no reason to not stick with it. If you're having success, then so just keep going and finish the job.
Yeah, and yeah, what you said, I've lost my train of thought. I mean, Tommy can take Tommy. He'll tell you this. Like, he went to 1,000 packs, right? Once you get to a certain amount of packs, you just like, you're cruising, man. You just, but yeah, like you said, the hardest part is to get that, you know, 500, 500, 600 ad packs, and then you've got momentum. You got referrals. People start to, you know, see you. They'll join your business. Referrals comes easier. All this stuff that you thought was hard before is now. I mean, it still takes work. Don't get me wrong. It's not a, you know, easy street by all means. But it just you'll find that, you know, all of a sudden things just come a little bit easier for you because you know, you stuck it out and you continue, and then you like exactly what you said, man. 500. Logan can say this as well. You know, 500. Once you get to 500, 600, it just takes off. And Bursha, you're on the cusp of doing that. 400. Once you get 500, it just like someone's like turn on the hit the turbo button. So it's just keep going, finish the job. So guys, with that said, I really enjoyed the session. And
sorry, Gavin.
No, you can't. Yeah, no, go ahead, mate.
I think the guy called. Look at the comments. He's, I don't know if it's the real name, but it's an illogical Chafford. So he was saying that, can you explain? You were talking about what sort of risks are there? Like, can you put a light on Gavin, because that's directly because you were talking about the risks before. Can you explain that a little bit? You know, what is this all about? The risks.
Yeah, well, I'll put it in a nutshell. With what we do with MPCA, okay, this is a business. This is a real business. Every business has risks associated with it. So you got to understand that don't go out and put 20 grand on your credit card to think that, you know, you've found the golden goose and you're going to make all this money and it's going to be, you know, happy days, right? This is something that you're going to go into business, and there's a risk to it. There is a risk that tomorrow that, you know, everything could be gone. Like Grandpa said, you know, we're back to square one. Grandpa's lost in business. So has Thomas. He's lost in business. I've lost in business. So that is something that they need to understand. If they come into this, just whatever you use for capital, like if you lose it, it's not going to change your life in a big way. Logan, we go to you, mate. Just unmute. Oh, did you want to say something?
No, I was just waiting. I've lost in business too, you know, in life and business, and online and offline, both. No, of course, there's risk. I mean, I don't know what this person's question really is. You know, there's a lot of people ask, you know, is it safe? It's Uday Nara that brings security. You know, he's the longest. He has the longest running rev share. You know, that's the defining difference. You know, there was a party in Singapore because he knows what he's doing, because he's in it for the long run. So, you know, you can, like, but there is a difference here. We are are dealing with a different type of admin here. It's not your regular guy who's just, the guy who's trying to make a difference, not to make as much money for himself as possible. So.
Yeah, look, I don't know if yeah, excellent. Like, I don't know if I should share this. I'll share it to you guys individually. I don't want to say it publicly, but I want to rest assured, I'm telling you, he is not in it for the money. Okay, I know for a fact. So when you've got someone that is, building, owner of a business, of multiple businesses, that it has a bigger goal, right? We're in a good place. Obviously, there's risk to everything, but the risk is low. And exactly what you said probably is the defining point. Uday Nara, that runs this company, he has the runs on the board, and MPCA is the longest rev share that uses our business model on the internet currently. So that holds enough weight for me. So, guys, with that said, I want to thank everyone for coming on board. Thomas, you're welcome. Come on anytime that you feel. Again, Tommy, Pasha, Logan, thanks for making the time. Crazy Man, thank you coming on. We're going to give you a name now, Crazy Man. Like Grandpa's got Grandpa. Bursha. Crazy Man, Bursha. And thank you, Grandpa from the land of the rising sun. This has been an MPCA Dream Team webinar number 23. It's been a fantastic session. I really enjoyed it. Hope you got some value, and get back to the person that is showing you this, because we're going to be around for a long, long time. We're going to keep on doing these webinars and helping people move forward in their business and in their life. So with that said, thanks everyone for watching. Catch you guys later. Everyone say unmute and say goodbye, or whatever you want to say.
Sayonara!
Sayonara!
Down there.
Middle East.